Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Universal Chronicles, where we use every avenue, every resource, every book, movie, TV show, meme. Um, we use pretty much anything, music, to learn life's lessons or to learn soul lessons, right? So, welcome back. Um, so, I'm continuing on with my series as it relates to the Alice in a Wonderland movie and the lessons that I have found in it, right? And so, if you haven't checked out the first two, I would suggest you go do so. But there's a scene where they take Alice, to the table, the tea table. They take her to meet the Hatter because at this point, most of them are in doubt. Even Alice is in doubt if she is the right Alice that they're looking for. So they take her to the Hatter, and the Hatter is 100% sure that she is the right Alice. And he proceeds to tell her, what she came back for and what she had to do, right? And they were telling her she has to slay the Jabberwocky, which is this big ugly monster like dragon thing with wings that's controlled by the Queen of Hearts. And it was going to, you know, it had destroyed everything before. So they was trying to prevent it from happening again. I think the first time when Alice was in Wonderland when she was much younger, she wasn't able to slay the Jabberwocky. So a lot of things took place, and of course, things were destroyed, and the Hatter's family came up missing. So anyway, um, there was a scroll that they showed her. They pulled out the scroll, and she unrolled the scroll, and she began to look at it, and she seen a little girl that resembles her a lot, and how the little girl was there when she was younger, and then she returned at an older age, and she seen this girl holding a sword with this armor on to slay the Jabberwocky. And Alice was like, this can't be me. I'm not a warrior. I can't do this. I can't fight a monster like that. So in her mind, she's like, I can't possibly do all these things because if you remember back at home, she is domesticated. She's having to follow the rules of society, what her mom has taught her and things like that. And she's very much different from the people in her community. And she also thinks outside the box. So everybody already thinks she's weird. But she's like, I can't possibly do that. I'm not a warrior. So I'm saying all this to say, have you ever felt a nudge to do something? We can use public speaking, for example. Being an influencer on social media or a YouTube channel, right? You feel a nudge to do it, but you like, I don't know a lot of big words. I get tongue tied when I'm talking. I get nervous when I'm speaking in front of people. Um, and you just like thinking of all these reasons why you can't do it, you know. And I'm not, technologically savvy, like computer savvy. Uh, I'm not good with electronics. It could be anything, and but you're feeling a nudge to do this, and you have people that see that in you, that know that you are capable of doing it, but you have yet to become aware of it yourself. So you're like, no, that's not me. That's not what I'm supposed to do. I don't even like, you know, talking to people for a long time. I was mute most of my young life, so that can't be possibly me being a public speaker because I get tongue tied and don't know what to say. I can't always find the right words to say. But little do you know the events that take place in your life, as they did on Alice in the Wonderland, will help you to rediscover or uncover or draw out the very tools that you need in order to be or do what it is that you're being nudged to be or do. So if you are being nudged to be a public speaker, but you've been like mute most of your early childhood, not able to, haven't found your voice, well, there are events that are going to take place in your life that's going to draw out that voice within you. It's going to draw out the courage and the strength within you. And that's with anything in our life. If there's something we're feeling nudged to do and we feel like, we don't have the capacity to do it, or we don't have all the tools that we need to do it, or even worried about, what people may think about us doing it. There are events that are going to take place in our life that will cause us to view it from a higher perspective, that will cause us to rediscover the tools that are within us, that will allow us to see that we are actually capable of doing these things. But again, we have to grow into it in a sense, because one thing is going to happen is going to open us up a little more, help us see perspective a little more higher. Then another thing is going to happen, and people call them tower moments, or they're just life-changing events that causes us to come out of our shell or come out of a way of being that we've been. So if you've been a child who never really spoke up for yourself growing up, or had a parent that didn't really speak up for you, you get to a point in your life and through a series of events that happen where you begin to stand up for yourself, where you begin to speak, and where you begin to find your voice. And then you find a passion for certain things that you want to speak about. And you go from there, and then before you know it, you realize, oh, I really was that person. So don't ignore the nudges that you are having in regards to purpose or what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Even if you feel like you're not capable of doing it right now, even if you feel like you don't have the tools to do it, even if you feel like people don't agree with your decision, keep moving forward and trust the process, and know that the events that take place in your life, whether good or bad, are building you up and preparing you for that specific task that you currently think that you are not able to do. You can do it. You can grow. You can be that which you didn't think you could be. It's already in you. It just has to be drawn out. So don't get discouraged by the events that happen in your life, again, whether good or bad. Don't be discouraged. It's all to help you in your process and rediscover your strengths and how to use your weaknesses in order to be that which may have seemed impossible. Have a good day.